Welcome back.
Welcome back to the studio, yo.
Stop that music. What's up, y'all? We just got back late last night. One would even say this morning, from Orlando, and I assume that some kids are pretty tired. All right, I'm pretty tired, but we didn't do boot camp this morning, so we will do practice tonight. Hopefully, people show up, man. Hey, this traveling stuff is tough. But as anyone knows, the NBA travels a whole bunch more. Even college, we traveled so much in college. I remember like after my first like road trip, maybe a couple of road trips, they give you cards for the rooms. You get to slide in the cards for the rooms, like in the hotels, and you take the card and you put it inside like a slot, and then it'll let you into your room. And then we go to a new hotel and they give you a new card. New hotel, new card. And we were flying everywhere. And then I get back to my dorm after like a few weeks of this. And our dorms, they had keys to get into. However, I pull out a card. And I touch the card to the door, not realizing it wasn't a hotel room. That's how tiresome I was from just traveling. And I can imagine what the NBA guys do. Just being in the air, being in different time zones, playing basketball. It's a tough thing. And for me, I was just coaching. So I can imagine what you guys are feeling like. But we took care of business. I'll talk about the games in a second. If you're here in the comment section, let me know what's popping. Noah, Matt, Seth, the Tasmanian Devil. He was doing his thing down there in Orlando, playing 4 to 5 grades up. And most everybody was impressed. I mean, like after they saw him play, I would say he was... He definitely played the hardest on our team, like probably by far. Yeah, I mean, like how hard he went was definitely harder than everyone else went. So, congrats, Noah. That is great. We do have to get better at like some subtleties, like playing any sort of defense at all, loose balls, boxing out, and basically all of our 12 focuses. That I will get to in the. In the video breakdown section for this week. Right now I'm posting the video. If you haven't noticed, I'm posting the game videos to the website, and I'm doing it in 2 different views. So instead of taking like hours upon hours upon hours by splicing those videos together to make it like a game, I'll just give you one camera view and then the other camera view per game in separate videos. So you can watch it, but it's going to be kind of weird because you'll be watching one end of the court only. And then we'll go to the other end to play offense or defense, and you won't see anything for a second. But I think that this will let you break down the game more because you won't get caught up in like what the score is. You can fast forward. So it'll be kind of strange. I'll see how it goes. But I figured that was the quickest way to get you guys the videos. We're not going to get people to like turn the video camera like that. And eventually we want to get cameras that basically will turn themselves. But we have to, get some money for that and like start a whole program to get that. So that's what we're gonna do for now. And I will empty all the video breakdown playlist, so then you can take screenshots of the games to tell me when there was a bad defensive possession, a good defensive possession, or a bad defense rebound possession, or a good stance possession, or like whatever it may be. We have 12 different focuses, so that means that there's 24 different clips that you can put up there. You can win up to 8, and I will be giving a coin to whoever posted the most. All right, so that's that. I have not used this in a while, but let me see. We talked about Wesley's birthday. Wesley did. We went to Wesley's hometown this weekend, so we got to meet his dad and his stepmom. Jam basketball games. I heard that we had a forfeit the first game. The other team forfeited against us at 8:00 in the morning. I am so sorry about that. That sucks, especially when it's like far away. I hate that. It's so stupid. But I heard that we went through some things, and then we played some games later on that day as well. So I'm glad that you guys got to play, and hopefully you guys did well. I was not there though. We also have games no games this weekend because our elementary school and our high school teams are out of state. So we will not be playing. Next one is nothing. Then we have Limitless Hoops. I'm starting to get some signups for that without even advertising. So I'm excited for that because I think it's going to work. And if it's working without me even trying already, I think that it's going to work well. I'm waiting till I get the gym times for the August 20th and 21st dates. We're going to have a tryouts in Aurora, Broomfield, Centennial, and Denver. I already have gym time for. I will be getting gym time for Broomfield. I have it for Centennial. I'm close to having it for Aurora, but I also need Denver. So I'm working on that, but heads up for that stuff. And also, anyone who signs up before the end of the month, they get a huge discount. Normally it's $1,500 or $1,800 for the whole year. With this way, you get in for $1,500 for the next 2 years if you sign up soon, because people were on different payment schedules. So I felt like and also people expected different things from our program. So if you come in and you say, hey, I'm paying $1,500, I don't want to surprise you and say our rates are now this. Also, if you just paid up, let's say 2 months ago, I don't want to be sorry, you got to pay again, or we take your money at a different time. So I'm allowing this lower payment, $1,500, to be for the next 2 years. You can even pay it in increments of $150 every 2 weeks, but only if you sign up before August 1st. Right after that, it goes up to $2,000. And then as we get people, it'll go up again to $3,000, then $4,000, then $5,000, then $6,000. All right, because this league's it's gonna be great, but we got to get some foundation members in, so some foundational members in, and we want you guys to be it, because you guys have given me your all to begin with, and I would love for you guys to get in as well. All right. Who else do we have? Gavin Witt, what's up, man? Hi. All right. Moving on, we got our monthly challenge. How is that stuff going? The monthly challenge stuff. The monthly challenge, I don't know if anyone brought a jump rope and was jump roping in Orlando. I don't know if anyone here was doing that. That would be doing the challenge. That would be excessively doing it. If let's say Taz there brought the jump rope on the road with us and made sure he did his homework. Or the monthly challenge homework. That would have been really, really cool. All right, so those are my expectations. Try to live up to them. See if you guys can. All right. Then we had our games. Let me see a quick synopsis of the games. We had 4 games, and the first one, I thought we started out fairly well. I think, and they played hard. And it was pretty inspirational. We went out there and tried our best. Once they start pressing and zoning in every game, we do struggle a lot because we don't have the horses to make shots, and we don't have the people to get offense rebounds and putbacks. The athleticism is ridiculous, where they're so much faster than we are, right? Which is why we come to our morning boot camps. Which is why we come to our pre-workout drills, all right, to get faster and better, because if you're not able to keep up to them speed-wise, it's a very, very daunting task. And you guys saw it. You guys are years away from that speed. But to be able to get there, it does take the boot camps. It does take the conditioning drills that we did before workouts. All right, so try to get to that point. All right, the second game, I believe that was the game when the team didn't want to play us, and I got super mad. All right, I didn't really get mad, but that's the only way that I saw us playing, so I just screamed at them. All right, so if you watch that game film, heads up for that. Might be a lot of profanity. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can hear me from the other side of the court, but yes, we went out there and the team did not want to play us because we had young guys on our team and not good players, and I was like, screw you, because you guys aren't good to someone else. And I said, I would have killed you guys in high school, but would I have had tried to embarrass you by saying I don't want to play you? Nah, just beat us, dude, like that. And I do get it from his point of view, because he's like, well, it's making you guys better, but it's not making us better. And I was like, true, but you could have signed up for a higher division. You're signing up for your division, so you already don't want to be competitive. And if they're that team, I don't care about them. I honestly would not put our team up against a 17U team in the top division, because I'm wasting their time, and they might want to go to the pros. But anyone who's playing in their own division, I don't care about them. They're just in it to have some fun and whatever, and I don't care about that. There's enough fun in basketball to be had in just playing at recess at school. All right, Like you don't need to like take up this stage in this special environment for just like to feel happy. All right, this is sacred ground, I believe, and anyone who comes to these things should truly want it. So if you don't, I don't care. So when the game started, these fools come out and miss like 5 straight layups. Like the other team that was arguing that we suck. And I was like, what the heck? Now they wound up beating us, but like they were not good at all. And I let them know that because you don't just try to embarrass my team. So I stood up for you guys. However, we didn't step up for ourselves. I thought we gave up that many times during that game. Certain players during certain times kind of kept up, but we could have played a lot better that game, especially if I have your back like that. Then the third game, I believe, was a little better. We started out like in the game actually, and I think it was like 7-7 and things like that. And then things fell apart once they started pressuring us again. Then the last game, on Saturday, we did not do very well. We started out like okay, and like Connor was like able to do his thing until they started pressuring him and started pressuring us again. All right, we can't fall apart in those scenarios, and someone else has to step it up. If not Connor, I felt like Connor didn't. What is it? Like he was gonna lose anyway. He can't go by 2 people. He's too slow. But he could have like kept trying to go, and he stopped. I say like go for it and like get the most out of it, even if they happen to steal the ball, even if they happen to do whatever and run after them. So there's a certain level right there. Gavin came in and hustled. Austin was a nervous wreck. He had anxiety issues the entire time, throwing up most of the games. All right, so we had to get out of our own heads. Aiden came in tremendously out of shape for basketball. Couldn't make a shot, but all that practice they put in was kind of like deterred. It's hard when you're like not practicing for a month to keep it up. So heads up for that. Who else was there? We got Noah, who tried his hardest, appreciated it. And then Wesley, thought he was hustling, but again, too afraid to take a chance. And then anyone else? We had those guys, that guy. Who am I missing? I know I'm missing someone. Who am I missing? Oh my God, I'm missing somebody. We had Noah. Oh yeah, Chris. There you go, Chris. Chris, he played well the second game. The first game he sucked and he gave up. And then by the end of the third game, he got hurt. But I didn't like how he got hurt because he didn't get hurt. Yep, I said Gavin. But yeah, Chris, he didn't get hurt, but he said he was hurt. And I think he was just like in pain. You got to know the difference between being in pain and being hurt. And, but as we told him he wasn't hurt, he's like, no, it's a broken leg. It's a broken leg. We're like, no, it's not. You didn't touch anybody. And also you didn't go down too crazy. He was ready to play by the next day within like 12 hours and like looked regular. And then the game started, and I told him, "Hey, you got to hit. You got to hit someone on the first rebound to prove to me that you want to play." And I told the whole team to do this. No one did it, but I made an extra rule for Chris that if he didn't do it, then he would be out the whole game. I thought that would actually push him. I thought he would actually get it. And his man was on the 3-point line. He was on the box, and he did nothing. All he had to do was run toward his man, and he couldn't do it. All right, it was insane. All right, and then so he couldn't play that game. And then he's like, "Give me a second chance." I was like, "Okay, then I want you to drop the guy," as I told him before. And he tried, but he couldn't do it. So I was like, "Okay, now you're out." I think you have to start. You guys have to start playing with desperation, right off the bat. All right, you have to play like you need this more than anything on earth. Like if you don't get a college scholarship, your life is just dead. That's how you have to play. If you don't get this loose ball, your life is over. Like that's how you have to play, and that's how those other teams play. We watched the championship game. Those teams were really, really fast, but they also really cared a lot too. All right. So and I like watching the championship games because we can feel what it's like to be in their shoes, or at least like want to be in their shoes. So that was the whole tournament. We had some fun around there. The kids went swimming and stuff like that. They got to bond. These trips are amazing. I love them a lot. They give you lifelong memories, of course. Special shout out to Cassandra and to Gabriela for helping us out. The two team moms, they killed it. And then and to everyone else that was involved. We have our trip coming up very, very soon, coming up here next weekend. And so heads up for that. We leave on Thursday for Arizona. All right. The Adult Basketball League, we are off again this Sunday, so Connor won't play again. And also Derek and Zach, the two parents, they played this last weekend, but they will take this weekend off. 5-week challenge is now over. I'm just going through everything, and then we are done with that stuff. All right. Let's move on. We got our... Oh, yes, he was hurt. And then he also got hurt when we played... and on the outdoor courts, the kids begged me to take them to an outdoor court before our plane flight. We took them at one point in time after Chris and Connor did not try whatsoever. But I was on the other team. And I took the worst players. They don't act like the worst players. Not when they're on my team. They were just making fast break layup after fast break layup. We smacked that team, dude. And then I blocked Chris's shot and he hurt his finger, his pinky. And he got hurt again. And he swore to us, hey, if I ever get hurt, I'm gonna be tougher. I'm gonna try to be tougher. And he was not. But we'll see how he's doing. We'll see if he comes to practice. I don't know what he'll do. Anyways, the itinerary for the day and the stuff that we aren't doing is twist passes, no-look passes, one-on-one defense only, closeouts to slides, mid-post series, and post regression. Stuff that that's stuff that we will do later on this week. Stuff that we did last week is the clap dribble, pick and roll, flip-flop, fly drill, trick dribbles, press break, give and go, trying to catch the shots. Did we implement any of those things? The press break, give and go, we got a little better at that. The rest of the stuff, not so much. And then for middle school, the stuff that we're doing tonight. All right, judgment shots, 7-minute shooting, cops and robbers, pump fakes to escape dribble, battle ropes, and then backward alley-oop. Again, I'm not sure how many people are coming, but we will rotate you guys through all of these drills, so heads up for that. All right, and the quote of the day. Let's check that out. The quote of the day is to be yourself. All right, and I do think that this is hard in our program to be yourself, and which is why I'm trying to create Limitless Hoops, because right now we are quite limited in what we're able to offer. All right, I'm very, very aware that certain people don't fit with my philosophies. I understand. There's certain coaches that can motivate you, and I'm only going to coach a certain way. I can try to mix it in with some other ways, but again, I'm only one person. Some people need different coaches, and what I'm trying to create is a system where we have 16 teams doing things 16 different ways, so that your personality type is taken care of. And I think that that's huge because as a motivating force, coaching and the whole setup is enormous for your basketball life and for your life. So for Austin, let's say, or for Chris, let's say, I think that they need a much more laid back environment to do well. Maybe not so much Chris, but Austin definitely does. Chris probably needs a more stringent environment where he's not allowed to move anywhere. Maybe everyone's different. Some people need camaraderie where they have friends helping them out outside of practice, doing movies days and things like that. Some people need to express themselves, so they would need to maybe drop some plays, or they would need some coaching responsibilities because they're more of a leadership type of people, right? And that's what I'm trying to create here, along with a whole bunch of other things. So when Limitless Hoops comes around, I think we will much more likely be able to be ourselves. But in the meantime, yes, be yourself. And I would add to this, don't just be yourself. Be the best version of yourself. All right? Don't just say, well, I guess I suck. No, there's a million different versions of yourself. You can just pick the best one. Because some days you try your hardest. Some days you don't. Some days you want it, and other days you're lazy, right? Be the best version of yourself, and then try to replicate that self over and over and over and over again. But in the end, be yourself, and you have to figure out like what you can add to the team, to the game. Are you going to be like vocal if you can be that? Are you going to be like hustling if you can be that? Are you going to be the inspirational force off the court if you can be that? All right, but don't be afraid to like show us who you are. So like Gavin, for instance, when he's like comfortable and like around like his like cousin, I heard he's like very, very loud. But when he's like with us, he's barely now starting to open up. Don't be afraid of that. Like who you are is someone amazing, and people have to just like figure that out. Even if like who you are is like a big fat dork like I am, people will figure it out. And on the inside, everyone's a dork like that. All right. So I mean, like you can't hide who you are, especially when who you are is so crucial to how the whole team is made up. So please be yourself. Let's watch the story of the day. Then we come back with the trivia question. You know what? We'll do trivia right after this. Let's watch it. Trivia time. All right, guys. Trivia time. We got Connor Rush with 2, Noah Masseth with 2, Aiden Wong with 1, Alina and Baylor with 0. All right. Trivia question today is about Kawhi Leonard. All right, because it's a random one that came up, and the question is, good luck in answering it. The question is, where's the question, dude? It's right there. There we go. Which team did Kawhi Leonard play for in college? That's the question for today. Really, really easy question. Which team did Kawhi Leonard play for in college? Pretty sure I know this one. Let me check my answer. Oh yeah, I know this one. Do I know the other ones? Let me see. No. Let's check that. Which team did Kawhi Leonard play for in college? Does anyone know the answer? Again, he was very, very known for being stoic. He was like this in college too. Mr. Rebound Man, Mr. Defense. And he'd be like, board man gets paid. Board man gets paid. He's ultra focused. You can't find Kawhi Leonard out like gallivanting because that's not what he does. He's a crazy individual. The Aztecs, I'm gonna count that. Yes. That is the answer, and that's Gavin Witt with the answer. Yes, the answer is the San Diego State Aztecs. San Diego State Aztecs. It's not a big school. San Diego State is the answer. San Diego State. San Diego is the, what are they called? Like they're like the freaking like Trojan guy with like the spear guy. They're called something. San Diego. They were in my conference. I should know their names. I don't. But San Diego State is the Aztecs, and that's where Kawhi Leonard went. And we got Gavin Witt with a point. Do I have his name on there? Yeah, I do. You got a point, Gavin Witt. Congratulations. Just missed it, Noah Masseth. But Gavin with the answer today. Fantastic job. Let's move on to our story of the day. Right after this, actually, let's check our homework. What do we have for our homework? For the homework, oh, I'm posting some videos. There goes the jump rope by Noah Masseth right there. And I'm posting like Florida High School Game 2, Camera 2. High School Game 2, Camera 1. So I hope you guys understand that, and that's how I'm posting all the stuff. All right. So anyone who's posting this, not the mighty goat. No. Don't post videos that aren't for us. Oh, fast fingers. That's what he does. Dang it, Gavin. For our picture of the day. Oh, this is where I was going to talk about the Orlando Summer stuff, but know that it's a big-time tournament. And I will continue putting us in big-time tournaments so that we can be like these people, so we can one day like be seen by college coaches and things like that. All right. So that's the route that we're taking. If you don't want that route, don't be a part of our program. All right. I'm only going for this route. We're only gonna play in big-time things. I don't want a small-time program. That's not how I want to live my life. I want to go for the best. I want to be the best. I want to at least try to be the best. And if you don't, you're a weirdo, dude. All right, let's go with our story of the day to finish up. Watch it. Every day, you write your story. It's a movie that'll be watched decades from now by many young athletes. It'll be the most inspirational story ever told.
But for now, only you know what that story will be. Did you wake early? Run miles? Shoot for hours? Get up every time you got knocked down? Your job is to write your story well.
So that's the cool part, man. Like, we all have a story to tell. And our lives will all become a story one day. Now, whether people will actually watch that story, I can't tell you. All right? Whether, like, that story ends well, I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is this. Your job is to write each page as well as you can. Your job is to, like, make it so inspirational that it's a great story, no, regardless of the ending. I will say that you can't write the ending. That's what sucks about it. You can write the day-to-day story, but you can't write the ending. The ending just writes itself. And while the ending is based off of what you did, it's not guaranteed. So with that said, who cares about the ending? If you write a 200-page story, who cares what happens on page 200? It doesn't matter. That's not your job. Your job is to make pages 1 through 199 amazing. Like on page 1, did you run your miles? On page 2, did you do your jump ropes? On page 3, did you shoot your shots? On page 4, did you dive for every single loose ball? On page 5, did you do all these things again? And then then on page 6, did you repeat it for the entire time? On page 7, did you DM up? On page 8, did you take chances? On page 9, did you go to the biggest tournaments? And that's what you should focus on. You shouldn't focus on, well, can you just tell me what's on page 200 before I give all this effort? Because sometimes what's on page 200 is like, and then he broke his leg. You wouldn't want to give all that effort, and your story's going to suck. Sometimes what's on page 200 is he was too short to make it, so he shouldn't have given all that effort. And what we wind up doing when we worry about page 200 is we don't make pages 101 to 199. We don't make those story worthy. All right? And if you watched a movie that had like an amazing ending, but the movie like sucked the whole like first 99.9%, that movie's not going to be good either. And now if you watch a movie that like the first 99% is amazing and the ending sucked, I'm down with that. It's a much better movie. And maybe even like it's just a sad ending and like it's like poignant. All right? Like Rudy, I don't want to tell you the ending, but you can look it up. It wasn't a storybook ending, but because of the effort that he put in, it was like the most amazing ending ever. I mean, like if I said all he did was just get into the game for 20 seconds, that would be like a failure, really. But no, when you watch the movie, you're going to be like, that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Even in the movie, what is it called? I keep forgetting the $1 Million Baby. It's not like that. It doesn't matter what the ending was because the story was so amazing. All right? Not tonight. I have to go to my grandparents. My mom has volleyball. I wonder what happened to Finn Kaufman. Maybe Finn was tired of beating you guys up. I don't know. All right? But what I do know is we need to talk about our movie for the day. This is the 7th grade movie, and it's called Unnecessary Roughness. If I had to give it stars, I did love this movie growing up, but I can admit that it wasn't the greatest movie, but I will say it was funny. I would say it's about 40 stars out of 50, 39 and a half, 40 stars out of 50. It had Scott Bakula in it, had Sinbad in it, all these guys from the 80s that no one ever knows nowadays, but it was funny. Unnecessary Roughness is the 7th grade movie of the day. I believe it's 7th grade. 7th grade? No, 6th grade. Sorry, the 6th grade movie of the day. The 6th grade movie of the month. So make sure that you watch this movie. For you 6th graders out there, it is hilarious. It's just like basically like a makeshift team when this college team fell apart and like all these like basically like adults came back to like play and they reconstructed this team out of like a whole bunch of like random people. They had like a girl kicker, a sumo wrestler as an offensive lineman. It's really, really funny and like kind of deep parts as well. But I highly recommend this movie. 41 stars. You've seen this movie? You have not. You have not seen Unnecessary Roughness. There's no way in heck. All right. But yes, 39.5 stars. Unnecessary Roughness. Let me know what you guys think of it. Don't forget that the quote of the day is be yourself. All right. I will see you guys on the flip side. All right. If you're coming to work out tonight, I will see you then. Make sure that you guys work hard. We have games coming up here soon. All right. Back-to-back tournaments, man. Let's knock this thing out. All right, y'all. See y'all soon. Peace out.
So dig deep and spend every piece just in case the depths are infinite. The regret of burning out early pales in comparison to having a lot left in the tank in the end.
Yo.